Have you ever looked at an English sentence and thought, I know every single word, but somehow you still didn't understand the sentence? You knew the word take, you knew the word care, you knew the word of, but when someone said, can you take care of this? Your brain froze. Or maybe someone said, I ended up staying home. You knew every word, ended, up, staying, home. But together, the meaning didn't make sense. If this has happened to you, you're not alone. In fact, it happens to almost every English learner. And today, I want to explain why. My name is Emma, and this is Train Your English Brain. I want to tell you about a student named Sophia. Sophia loved learning vocabulary. Every day, she memorized 20 new words. She used flashcards, she reviewed them every evening. After 6 months, she knew thousands of English words. One day, she came to class looking frustrated. She said, Emma, I don't understand what's happening. I know the words, but I still don't understand English. I smiled because this is one of the most common problems learners face. So I asked her to read a simple sentence. It turns out I was wrong. She read every word perfectly. Then I asked, what does it mean? She looked confused. I don't know. But you know every word? Yes. Then I explained something that completely changed the way she studied. Words are like puzzle pieces. Knowing each piece is important, but understanding the picture is something different. Imagine someone gives you 1,000 Lego bricks. You recognize every brick. You know their colors, their shapes, their sizes. Does that mean you automatically know how to build a castle? Of course not. The same thing happens in English. Language is not only vocabulary, it is patterns, it is expressions, it is ideas that words create together. Sophia had spent months learning individual words, but she had almost never learned common word groups. So we started doing something different. Instead of learning one word, we learned complete phrases. Not just take, but take your time. Not just make, but make a decision. Not just look, but look forward to. Suddenly, English became much easier because her brain stopped translating one word at a time. Instead, it began recognizing whole ideas. Think about your own language. When someone says a common expression, you don't analyze every word. You simply understand the meaning instantly. English works exactly the same way. Sophia still wasn't completely convinced, so I gave her another example. Imagine I say, how are you? Do you translate every word? Probably not. You simply understand the question because you've heard it hundreds of times. Your brain recognizes it as one complete pattern. Now imagine hearing, I should have told you. Many learners hear, I, should, have, told, you. By the time they finish translating those 5 words, the conversation has already moved on. Native speakers don't process English like that. They recognize chunks, small groups of words that appear together again and again. That is one reason conversations feel so fast. The brain isn't reading one word, it's recognizing an entire package. I asked Sophia to change one habit. Instead of writing vocabulary in her notebook like this, happy, instead write, I'm happy to help. Instead of busy, write, I've been really busy lately. Instead of remember, write, please remember to call me. At first, it felt strange. She thought she was learning fewer words, but after a month, something surprising happened. She understood conversations much easier. Not because she had learned more vocabulary, but because she had learned how English actually connects ideas. I think this is one of the biggest differences between studying English and using English. Studying often teaches words. Real life teaches patterns. Think about music. If you learn every individual note, can you immediately play a beautiful song? No, you must learn how the notes work together. Language is exactly the same. One afternoon, Sophia watched a short interview online. A month earlier, she understood almost nothing. Now she smiled. She still didn't know every word, but she understood the conversation. Why? Because she recognized many complete phrases. Her brain wasn't building meaning from zero anymore. It was recognizing familiar patterns. Another mistake many learners make is stopping whenever they hear one unknown word. Imagine you understand 95% of a sentence, but there is one new word. Many learners focus only on that word. They forget the other 95%. Don't do that. Your brain is smarter than you think. It can often guess meaning from the rest of the sentence. Native speakers do this all the time, even in their own language. You don't always know every word in a newspaper article or every word in a movie, but you still understand the story. English works the same way. A few months later, Sophia told me something I will never forget. She said, "I used to collect words. Now I collect sentences." That made me smile because that small change transformed the way she learned English. Instead of asking, "What does this word mean?" she started asking, "When do people actually say this?" That is a much better question, because language lives inside real situations, not inside dictionaries. If you only learn isolated vocabulary, your English may grow slowly, but when you learn complete phrases, your brain begins building connections, and those connections create understanding. So here's your challenge for today. The next time you learn a new word, don't write down only the word. Write the whole sentence. Say the whole sentence out loud. Read it again tomorrow. Then use it in your own sentence. Little by little, your brain will stop translating one word at a time. Instead, it will begin recognizing complete ideas. And one day, something amazing will happen. You'll hear a sentence, you'll understand it immediately. Not because you translated every word, but because your brain finally recognized the pattern. That is the moment English starts feeling like a language instead of a puzzle. My name is Emma. I will see you in the next episode.